How well or sick is your party?
Can you do that again, please?
How well is your party, the CPP?
Oh, we're doing well enough. Fantastic, to be, frank. We're doing great.
If this were a hospital ward, would you say you're ready to be discharged to go home, or you need a few more years of, admission?
But why would we be in a hospital ward?
Because your party cannot field the presidential candidate. All serious parties are doing that. What is the state of affairs in your party currently?
Well, thank you for the question. But just because we've not provided a presidential candidate at the moment, it's nobody, I have to point out. The state of the CPP is all well and good. We have issues, like every other family. We have issues, and it's nothing that is not surmountable. So we have issues, but that is just like every other party. This afternoon, I was listening to you, and there was talk of an MP, a new patriotic MP, somewhere in the northern part of Ghana, who had a case in court that was brought back to be resolved, etc. So everybody has a problem. Married people have problems. Ordinary relationships have problems. Organizations, CTFM, I'm sure you don't have a pristine record. You must have problems there too.
What is the CPP's problem?
The CPP's problem, to put it, bluntly and in a nutshell, is a certain lack of constitutionalism being perpetrated by, a certain group of people within the party. Now, there are some tensions within the CPP right now, that Ghanaians must be aware. And it's one of those items fueling our late presentation of a candidate, for instance, for president. And this tension is between one set of CPP members, usually, primarily made up of what I would call septuagenarian and octogenarian members, who insist on, let's go right now, let's do this right now. And then I would, another set of members, I think, more representative of my school of thought, who are saying that let us do everything we do constitutionally and according to the constitution of the CPP. And therein lies the tension. The former, the octogenarians and septuagenarian members are, for instance, right now wanting us to just proceed without a constitutional, bona fides, for lack of a better description. Let me explain. For instance, right now, in spite of the fact that we have a sitting chairman in good standing, there is right now a new item that has cropped up in the person of a so-called independent committee headed by the eminent Ghanaian and patriot Wing Commander Patrick Sogbojo, that professes to be in charge of the party and seeming to want to make decisions for the party, although we have a sitting chairman, you understand, and leader. And we are asking the independent commission to tell Ghanaians from whence they derive their authority. Because you see, I'm sitting here right now looking at the CPP constitution, Article 9, which is talking about the organs of the party, the national organs. We have the Council of Elders. We have the Central Committee. We have the National Executive Council. We have the National Delegates Congress. 4 of them. There's no talk of an independent committee. Further, I would also want to remind Ghanaians of a lawsuit that was brought by a so-called interim council that emanated from the National Executive Council meeting in Kumasi on December 5, 2023. Suit number J for Johnson /0234/2024. It was, adjudicated by her ladyship, L.S. Mreku. And in her final sentence, she said that the plaintiffs had attempted to use the machinery of the law to perpetrate an injustice. That is what her ladyship, L.S. Mreku, Justice of the High Court, said. Now, who were the people who took this case to court? It's because Justice Mreku was discussing the deciding mind of the CPP, and she pointed out that it is the Central Committee that is the deciding mind. So she was saying that the interim council, so-called interim council that emerged from November 5 in Kumasi, December 5 in Kumasi last year, was attempting to use the machinery of the law to perpetrate an injustice. So what is happening is that the current so-called independent committee is made up of these same people who went to court and who were kicked out of court by her leadership in people including senior comrade Brighter Kwete. You understand? This is the verdict of her leadership, High Court judge on Comrade Brighter Kwete. People like Comrade Kwame Nkrumah Bosu Esquire, and people like Moses Yuri Mambo, former national organizer. These are the people who went to court, and Justice Mweku pointed out that he told that they were attempting to use the machinery of the law to perpetuate an injustice, now metamorphosed into the independent committee. So we are saying that as a party that aspires to run the Republic of Ghana, a country that is run by rules and regulations, by constitution, we are asking the independent committee headed by Wing Commander Patrick Sobojo, a patriot, who wants to tell Ghanaians from whence he derives his authority. Because this is why we have the problem. This is what the question you asked me. What is our problem? Our problem is these frequently, these bodies that frequently spring up seeking to act extra constitutionally. We are insisting on the rule of law in the CPP and constitutionalism. And if Wing Commander Patrick Sobojo, his group, his posse cannot show us from whence they derive their authority, then they should allow the party to work. Because the chairman and the leader have been striving and as I to you, we have distributed organizational paraphernalia across all the 275 constituencies. That determines how we should do everything we should do. My brother, let me tell you something. What we are saying here is that our party is not adequately organized. The CPP exists at the constituency level, regional level, and the national level. At the constituency level, we have 9 officers times 275 constituencies, giving us about 2,400 and change. And then we move on to the regional level. It is 9 officers times 16 regions for about 144. And then the 9 national officers plus their deputies and committee members, etc. So we have officers of the party in the number of about 3,000. So it is how can we get to 12,000? It is our sympathizers times 4. However, our senior bodies, the octogenarian and septuagenarian members, would listen to us, the younger, and let us reorganize the party from the polling station up. What happens is that from the polling station, if we organize all the 42,000 polling stations across Ghana, we present on election day 640 party officials, 640,000. To be precise, 640,000 party officials at the polling station, and then we present about 144,000 at electoral stage level, and so on, so that eventually we go to the polling station with about 880,000 officers if the party is organized from the grassroots up. This is how we should do it. Okay, so right now, we have a situation whereby over the past 4 years, for some reason, especially including the fact that we had these interruptions by these so-called elders in our parties. Or I wouldn't say so-called elders, they are elders, but they form so-called committees that seek to interrupt our activities and taking us to court. We've had 5 court cases over the past 4 years with an average length of about 8 to 10 months before there is a judgment. So that is one of the reasons why we are not moving forward as we should be moving forward. So right now, we see an opportunity for the party. Right now, you see, one other thing Ghanaians must understand, and I'm committed to telling the full truth about the CPP so that we can get support and help to revamp. I could sit here and do propaganda and say, oh, the CPP is all well and good, and that will win the presidency. I can do that. But I must tell the truth to the Ghanaian electorate so that they know the state of the party, so that they can rally to the red corporal, so that we can save Ghana from the catastrophic and that of his President John Mahama, who is lurking in the wings. You understand? This is where we are coming from. So we are saying that, and I was saying that Ghanaians should understand that the party, all the officers, along the rank and file from the structures have expired. Okay, so we can go and produce a presidential candidate. We produced a presidential candidate, and in 3 months he won in 1979 in the person of President Dr. Hilary Mann. We nominated him, and 3 months later he defeated Victor Owusu of the Popular Front Party and Dr. William Oforiatta of the UNC. You understand? So we can do it again because that is our pedigree. However, if we produce a presidential candidate and we do not have a polling station, exactly, that is right. Electoral area, that is right. Constituency, that is right. Regional, that is right. Then essentially what we are doing is presenting a presidential candidate that is sitting on a house of cards. So we produce a candidate. But these are the realities on the ground that patriots and people who empathize with the CPP must take into consideration.
But Soprano, are you supposed to be washing your dirty linen in public? Should you not have been dealing with this in the background?
Please, this is not dirty linen. The truth is not dirty. The truth is not dirty. This is the CPP reaching out to all of its members. People, you talked about people like Pakwesindum. I mean, yes, you talked about people like Samia Nkrumah. You understand? You talked about Freddie Blake. You mentioned Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It was a call to the ancestors. That is what you were doing, and that is what I'm, subscribing to. We need help. We cannot continue to go on this trajectory. Obviously, we are not doing it right. Can you not see?
Where will you start from?
We should start from the polling station. The Constitution prescribes a way, and that is why I'm insisting upon constitutionalism within this Convention People's Party. The party says that we should be organized 2 years, 24 months before election. Look at us right now. So we should start from the polling station. Let's organize the polling station. Let's take our time. The people of Ghana, they can't believe that our president is President Akufo-Addo and what he's doing to us right now by way of the economy. They want a change. They don't want to go back to President Mahama, whom they rejected some time ago. Why would you spit on the ground and then go and lick it up again? They want to go in a new direction. They want to go with the Convention People's Party. They want to get work and happiness, the youth of this country. They want to be able to get jobs so that they can rent rooms, so that they can get married, so that they can build families. And you know that a strong family is the bedrock of any strong country. And that is where the CPP is coming from. You understand? It is a call to constitutionalism. That's what we are saying. The Constitution says we should start at the polling station. That is where we should begin.
Very well. Wish you all the best, and we'll keep an eye on you to see how far you go.
One other thing that I would want to say in passing is that you in the media should be doing, what I would call house calls on our political parties to, find out about the state of health of our political parties, and also talk to the so-called independent committee headed by Patrick Stockbridge or the Patriot. Kindly ask him from whence does he derive his authority to present himself as he does on CPP letterhead that he has filed and he has no authority. I'm sure if you look into the act, like my friend that he has, crossed several lines.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Sylvester Sapon Soprano. He is the Director of Communications of the CPP. Clearly